Here we go. All right, let's start right now. First thing we need to do is we just need to make a project, okay? So let's just make up a sample project here, okay? Now I actually have an installation website, okay? So we're just gonna pretend for a moment, we're just gonna call it Matt's Installation Company, okay? This would be whatever the GMB name is, right? Whether it's a real one or a lead generation one, whatever it might be, we're just gonna make a project. Now, once we make the project here in our Modus 8 tool, then what's gonna happen is we just need to add the formula that we wanna use to it, okay? And this is the piece that will really take, the most amount of time. And it doesn't take very long, but there's so many tasks that are in here that have to be done that we have to basically queue up all of those tasks, all right? So I select a formula that I want to use, okay? And where these little solid colored buttons are that say outsource, that's just saying, you know what, those are some things like research and building citations I don't want to do, okay? And it gives me the option, if I don't want to do those things, that I can have somebody else do them, okay? Now, all these other things, these are mostly just categories for our prep steps. So when it says that I need to find images for clients, all I need to do is specify the images. I'm not actually going to be optimizing it, okay? Even things like getting content ordered, I just want to outsource that, okay? I don't want to take my time to do that. These other little things, I can say that I'm going to be responsible for reviewing them, but everything else, I would much rather just outsource. All right, so once I've done all that, then I'm going to hit start my tasks. Now, keep in mind, we've seen a lot of different formulas here today, and within each of those formulas, there's several tasks, right? Sometimes there's a prep task, there's a setup step, there's adding, the images, there's adding all of the links. I mean, there's a lot of steps, and so this is the most time-intensive part. Is we have to wait like a minute. Oh, that wasn't even a minute. It was maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds. We have to wait for all those tasks to get queued up. So now if you see here, it says upcoming tasks, right? This is like our project board where we can see everything that needs to be done. So you can see here that, oh, a couple tasks are now telling us that we can do them. So guess what? This is like paint by numbers. You can see there's all these tasks here. Most of these we're not even gonna do, okay? We're gonna let somebody else do them because we don't want to sit and optimize, we don't want to sit and build citations and submit image sharing links and, write 1,600 words of articles about a city. We don't want to do that stuff. It's boring. Better things we can do with our time, like go find another client, right? Or go, take it easy. So here's the thing. When tasks appear in our to-do column here, it means that we'll kind of orchestrate them, okay? It doesn't mean we're actually gonna do all the work for it, it just means we're gonna orchestrate it, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and just start this task right here. This is the very first task that we need to do, so let's do this together. It says in the upcoming task, add domain to link create, I need to add the domain name and the sitemap URL. Okay, that seems straightforward enough. So I would go into my link create tool here, and go to domains, and from here I need to add the domain, okay? And again, in the documentation for this, it shows how to make it happen. So I don't have a Matt's Installation Company website. I do happen to have an installation website with the GMB that's not been optimized, so we can go ahead and just use this one for a little demo for us, okay? So what are we gonna do? It says in the upcoming task, we need to add this, okay? So let's go to this upcoming task right here, and we just need to add the domain. Okay, that's easy enough. And then we need to get the sitemap URL, okay? So if we just go, let's open in a new tab here. Let's just find the sitemap URL, and we get the sitemap. Okay, easy enough. So once we have those things, we can paste that in the task, all right? And now we can just come down and press save. That's done. So keep in mind, if there's other people that are helping you with this stuff, they can actually be doing a lot of this. You don't have to do it all. Okay, I'm showing you the prep, right? The things that, I'm gonna do for this so it's all ready to go. But once I've done that, right, I already did that. I added the domain and the sitemap URL to the next step. I can just move this task over to completed, okay? And now the next thing that's gonna happen is where it says add domain to link create. That will actually move into my to-do column for me to actually do that work, okay? So it's kind of cool. As you see that thing just jump over there, the system knows what step needs to happen, and so it just puts it up there for us to do, okay? So I can right now either go ahead and get my images and add them in here, or I can go ahead and add the domain now into link create. All right, well, to be complete here, let's just go ahead and add that domain to link create right now. So again, if we look in that task, it says exactly what we need to do, right? It says we need to go over to link create and we need to add these things. All right, so that's super simple. Let's just do that together. So we're gonna go over to link create and we're literally just following the steps here. Okay, so we're gonna put that in, and then we also need that sitemap URL, and we already had that in the task. So what's cool is if you put this in, someone else can even do this for you. You don't have to do this part. Okay, you just do the prep one time, and then somebody else can do the next step. All right, so let's just go back over to our link create tab here. We're gonna enter this in, and what link create is doing for us is it's just finding all of our pages. So we can select all the pages there on our website, and we can hit save, and then now the domain is in here in link create. Okay, so the cool thing is it's got all of our pages, and once we have people add links in here for us, it'll track all of our links, so they'll all be there. Okay, but that's all we needed to do for that step. There's really nothing else that has to happen there. So guess what? That's cool. We can say we started that task and we can move it over to complete. That one's done. All right, very easy. Now it says we need some images here from the client and add them to the website. Okay, so if we look at this task, we can start this up. Now I already have the images. If we were to call a client and try to get those images, that might take us more than 30 minutes, right? So we're gonna go ahead and make sure we have those images and we'll put them in. Okay, so it says here, can the client give us images that will work? We'll just say, yeah, the client can give us images that will work. And we'll just use some sample images that we have. All right, you see how as we're completing stuff, new things keep popping into this column? Isn't that cool? It automatically knows based on the steps that we need to follow what has to happen. And if I jump over here, right, I can actually see that here's that map that we're following, right? And it's just keeping us on track. It's keeping us in order, okay? Are you guys seeing how if you keep everything in order, it's like so much easier, right? Like we're not guessing what we have to do. How many of you guys are done guessing, right? I'm done guessing. I don't have time to guess anymore. So rather just plug it in, get predictable results, and move on, okay? So next thing it says we need to prep, okay? Keep in mind, all these little prep tasks say prep, okay? So remember, the prep is the most amount of work at the beginning of the process, and then we can take time off. So it says prep, we need to add the location to the GMB vault, all right? So we need to get the map URL of the listing, street address, zip code, and website URL, all right? We can do that, all right? So let's go. I have an address here just from a project that we can use, but basically we would go out and we would just find this business, okay? So I've got the business here. It's called the Home Insulators of Camden. This is a location for the site. And what we're gonna do is we're just going to copy that whole URL here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just paste that, okay, into the upcoming task, right? Remember, this is a prep. It's just reminding us that we need to do this, okay? So right here. Add location to GMB Vault. This is actually where we added, okay? Hoping that makes sense to you guys, right? We put that in the prep step, okay? Next thing is the street address, okay? If it's a service area business, a street address is not gonna be right there on the listing, so we need to go ahead and make sure we know the street address. It's gonna be hidden otherwise. We wanna go ahead and get the zip code. We're gonna need the zip code as well. It's not a service area business. Google won't automatically give that data to us when we use that GMB Vault tool. And lastly, we need the website URL, okay, which we can get. If we go right to that map listing, we can see that there is a URL there. So if we go to the URL, we can go ahead and copy the listing. Cool? You guys with me still? A little bit of prep, right? Who's willing to put in a little bit of prep in order to like take the time off later? Okay? Prep might take you 20, 30 minutes, but once you got it done, then it's easy later. So let's go ahead and just drop that back into our task. Okay, that's it. That's all we have to do, all right? So this isn't actually a real business. Well, I mean, it is a real business, but it's not Matt's Insulation Company. I'm just using a real GMB to show you guys because Matt's Insulation Company is made up, right? So what we would do is we would just add that in there like so. It's gonna save it. We completed that step. Now we can just move it over to complete, all right? It's fun moving stuff to complete because it means you don't have to do it anymore, all right? We have another task in to do. What is this one? It says add city and state name to the task below. So it says find the task called write 4 articles. Oh, guess what? That is the supporting pages that I showed you guys, all right? And here it is. You can see it's right at the top of the column for us. All right, so what is this city in? This is in Camden, New Jersey. So this is like super simple. We type in Camden, New Jersey. We hit save. Now, How many of you would rather outsource the articles versus doing them yourself? Okay? Perfect. I agree completely. JW said, what if I don't have the GMB yet? Then we use another formula that's outside of this track to get the GMB created, or if it's from a client, we use that formula to get access to their GMB. Okay? Yeah, Eric's saying outsource. H-E-double-L, yeah. There we go, Eric. All right, so what are we doing? We're going to outsource that, all right? Because guess what? I don't want to write those articles. So what we're going to do is we can say that we completed the prep. We're going to move that over to completed. And now what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and we're going to outsource that. Now, I don't like writing articles. I don't like it at all. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to click this little outsource button right here. And I actually have some people that are pre-trained in these tasks. I don't need to explain what to happen. If I just click assign right here, okay, and I click save, it's going to go ahead and send that outsourcer an alert saying Matt's got these articles that need to get written. He's going to come in here, claim that, and now what will happen is he will get all those articles written and upload them here so I can come back in later and they'll be done. So that's just going to sit there in the to-do column. I don't need to do anything else with it. He's going to go ahead, write all that stuff, and complete it, okay? And what's really cool is he doesn't get paid until it's all done. So I just add credits into this account here, and it's just going to keep those credits reserved. So every time I outsource, you can see, right? I have reserved credits, and you see I've got some credits still left here. So it's going to go ahead and just keep that held there until he finishes the work. And once he finishes it, it'll be in this review column, and then I can just drag it to completed, and voila, that'll be done, all right? So we have just a few more prep steps here in order to finish, and then we can do a little bit of our on-page work, and then the rest of it we're gonna outsource and we'll be done, okay? So you guys with me? We're like a little over, what, 10, we're probably like about 12 minutes in or so, right? So let's keep rolling here. Let's see if we can get this done in less than 30. All right, so here we go. What we're doing next, we're leaving those articles to be written by an outsourcer. We're going to add our location to GMB Vault. Again, we have this location here in GMB Vault, so figure that would have taken us about 1 minute to add that to GMB Vault. But what's going to happen is you go into GMB Vault and simply just add those little items, okay? So I'm just going to close out some tabs here a little bit so we get organized here for ourselves. Okay, we can close a couple of these things out. All right, we don't need to show you guys all the tracks. Look at this, we can take time to clear up our browser while we still get this done in under 30 minutes. Awesome, okay? So cool, we're back in our GMB Vault. So normally what would happen in this task, it would walk you through actually just getting the listing added, okay? So it would take you about 1-2 minutes to add the listing in, okay? So now that the listing is added in here, what we're gonna do is we are going to mark that step off that is added, okay? So figure we would add like a minute or two, right? Okay, so we're probably at what, about 13-14 minutes. So let's keep rolling here, see if we can get this done in time. All right, so we're gonna drag that over. Now, what's the next step that we're gonna do? Okay, well, we literally just wait until another step pops in here, okay? So you can see GMB Vault install the plugin, okay? Again, I already got the plugin installed on the website because I didn't think it'd be too exciting for you guys to watch a plugin just being installed. You've done it before. So we would install that plugin. Super simple, okay? Installing a plugin takes not even a minute, all right? So we would install the plugin, all right? What's the next thing that we got to do? You guys remember? Guess what? You don't have to remember, right? Because it's in the upcoming tasks. So they're all right there ready for us to go. Okay, so we connected GMB Vault to the website. I can show you super fast kind of what that looks like. But basically, when we are inside of our website, okay, I can actually go into the site here. When we're inside of our website and we go to edit any particular page, there is a little button in here called Connect to GMB Vault, okay? So see how it says Connect GMB? And then from here, I can just go ahead and type whatever I want, and it pulls in the GMBs that are in my Vault account. And then once I select it and save it, it connects that GMB. So it's super simple, all right? Then once that is connected, we can go ahead, and that's all you do. You literally come in, add a little key, and connect it. So once that's connected, we can go ahead, and what will we do? We'll start that task. again, there's all the documentation there for actually doing it, but connecting it takes about 30 seconds. Okay? You guys with me so far? All right, we're cruising, right? We're cruising. Okay, we're cruising. You guys with me? We're gonna stay on it. Can we get it done? You guys think we can get it done? Yeah, we're about halfway through. Okay, let's see if we can get it done. All right, so connect the plugin, connect the GMB Vault plugin and add our short codes. All right, so how do we do that? Well, I already showed you that we connected to the actual GMB to the page, so how do the short codes work? And this is my favorite part of GMB Vault. It's so simple. Literally what we do is we plug in 4 short codes into the page and watch what happens. Anywhere in our content that we want this, automatically it's going to pull in all the information from GMB Vault and optimize this, okay? Literally, in a short code, we're going to specify the business name, the address, the city, state, zip, the phone number, and even the map embed is automatically going to be generated from GMB Vault and put right into our page. So we don't have to go code any of that stuff. That is why I love the GMB Vault so much, is because when you have that, it literally just pulls everything over for you. And then you just go into your content, you add the little short codes, and it just populates. So if you have a site with lots of pages, all you need to do is load the plugin into your site. You're going to connect the pages, and once they're all connected, guess what happens? Guess what happens? Yeah, you just hit save, and it all just runs, okay? Awesome. All right, so let's keep on rolling here. See if we can crank this out. All right, we got a few more things we got to do. And there's a lot more stuff that has to happen, but we're going to outsource that. All right, so we connect the vault, right? Follow those little steps. We'll start that task up and we can complete that. All right, now what we're going to do is we're quickly going to prep and optimize our images. All right, so you can see this task is going to move in. It's going to say that we need to prep and optimize our images. So all we have to do there is we have to get 20 optimized images, 20 keywords, and we're going to need to add them to the upcoming task that says optimize and geotag our images. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I've got some images ready for us. All right, so if we pop into this task here, we would add our images, we would add our keywords in, okay? So I'm just gonna do this myself. We could outsource that, but I wanna just show you it all right here. All we're gonna do is we're gonna grab those images and keywords and we're gonna dump them back into our GMB Vault. Okay, so we just go into our Vault listing. What do? We come in, we go to keywords. Click here to get started. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop in our keyword list. Okay, we're gonna paste it in. We hit close. Now it's got all our keywords stored there. Okay, now we add photos. Those of you that are optimizing images already, you're gonna love this part. If you're not doing them, then you're gonna be happy that you didn't try to do them manually or with a tool before. So what do? You add the images in here, and you're gonna see that once they all have little check marks on them, it means that they're uploaded. They have a little progress bar. It means they're still in progress. Okay? It means they're still in progress. Make sure they're all uploaded. Looks like we got a couple more because they're big images. So we're gonna wait for those images to all be uploaded. Once the images are uploaded, what are we doing next? We're just simply gonna press save. Okay, simply gonna press save. Okay, looks like we got a couple more at the bottom that are still going. Okay, they're processing. And then the great part about this is once we save, we literally don't have to do anything else with our images ever again. All right, so you can look, you'll know because they won't have those little progress bars on them anymore. They're done. My favorite part, we're gonna press save. Might take 20, 30 seconds or so, but it's gonna go ahead, it's gonna queue up the optimization for all of those images. Oh wow, that was even faster. Awesome. They're all stored. If I refresh, okay, what's happening? Oh, it shows they're already processed. So literally on future steps, all that has to happen is the outsourcing can come in, click this little download button. It's going to download all the optimized images, every single one, completely optimized with the keyword, the location. It's all done. You don't have to do anything else. And the great part about it is we are going to then give outsourcers our access tokens for this, and then they're going to do the rest of the work for us. Okay, so literally that's all we had to do for optimizing our images. All right, now I'm cruising so fast in here that literally my tasks haven't even updated yet. So let me just do a little refresh, and I may be able to just move these tasks. I'm going even faster than I normally would. Okay, so sometimes these tasks will take a second to move into the next column. But even if they're not in there yet, I can still prep my other tasks, okay? Because this is the last thing I have to do, and then we're done, right? All I have to do now is prep my off-page tasks. Remember, we already got the articles ready to go. We already got the on-page stuff connected and all set. All we have to do now is literally give the access tokens for GMB Vault and Link Create to our outsourcers on our other tasks, okay? So what we're gonna see inside of these tasks, and you're gonna see this all over the place throughout the whole track, it's asking for a Link Create access token and a GMB Vault access token. So we can go get those right now. If we go into Link Create, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go and we're going back to domains. We're gonna go and find that little token, all right? The token is right here. And again, there's a formula for specifically how to get that token. It's in every single formula that you need it. So if you don't know how to do it, you don't have to worry about it. You just go ahead and grab it, all right? So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna paste that token in here, okay? Token's in there. Now what do we have to do? We have to go to GMB Vault. We gotta get our token for that. Okay, so we go here, we get our GMB Vault token, okay? Gonna go ahead and just copy this whole token. Once we have the token, we copy that. We go back to our task. And you only have to do this one time for this task, all right? That's it. So save ourselves time. I'm literally just gonna copy those tokens, and you're gonna see why in a moment. Because all I'm gonna do for this is I'm gonna scroll all the way down. I'm gonna save this task. Once I have saved this task, remember, this is a lot of stuff to do. So who wants to outsource this? You guys wanna outsource this? How much do you guys think it's gonna cost to outsource this? Think we're gonna have to pay a lot to outsource this? Right, we would think we probably have to pay a lot to outsource this task. Got any guesses? I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna outsource it right now. We're gonna go to the outsource button, $8.25, how's that? $8.25 to do all of our image sharing links, build the accounts, add the optimized images, add the descriptions, add the NAP, add everything in. So I definitely wanna outsource that. I'm gonna click save, and voila, okay? That's outsourced, all right? So as soon as that task moves into to-do, it's just gonna get done. The outsourcer will get alerted, it'll pull it from my credits, save it until the task is complete, then the outsourcer will get paid later, okay? So guess what? The only other thing that has to happen is we just take those tokens, okay? I think are you guys seeing how easy it is to use these tokens now? We just literally go to every single upcoming task that needs those tokens and we just drop them in. Okay, so the same thing. We come to here for our citations. We drop the tokens in. I hit save. Once I save it, what do you think I can do? I can go ahead and I can outsource it. I come in here and it's gonna cost me, you're thinking, wait, Matt, what, $4 to do citations? Well, remember, the master citations are done each week for 6 weeks. So I'm gonna spend $4 a week times 6 weeks. I'm gonna spend $24 to get 120 of the most authoritative citations done. So you guys can see why I like using this. It's really inexpensive, right? It's really inexpensive because these people are already all pre-trained. You don't have to go and show them how to do all the steps. Rob said this is blowing my mind. Well, Rob, it blows my mind too every time I use it because guess what? You don't have to do all of these things. You just go ahead and you outsource. In fact, we still have not hit 30 minutes of setup here, and guess what I can do? I can, if I want, come in, and I can come in here and I can drop in my tokens that I want, okay? So this is for my niche links, okay? I would paste my GMB Vault and my Link Create access token. So now when that outsourcer comes and picks up that work, they just go get the token URL and they can go get all of my GMB info. I don't have to give it to them again. They can see my domain and what to build it to. I don't have to give that to them again. The only thing I need to give to them here is the niche list that I want to have done, okay? All right, now this task costs $8. $8 to go get me my niche citations. Okay, I'm gonna have to add some more credit, okay, because I've now this is not from that project. This is just from me tying other stuff up. But you can see so far how much have we invested? Pennies, right? I mean, this is like $8 in order to go get this done, right? So I would specify my list in here. I would say that I want installation done, And because we already have those link lists saved in Link Crate, you don't have to go find those links. You don't have to go looking for them. The outsourcer will just go in, see that it's for installation, and they're just going to go build them. All right. So I think you guys agree with me that we can do this in well under 30 minutes. I'm not gonna go ahead and paste these last little tokens in because you're gonna see that it's the same dang thing over and over again, okay? Because all that's left is our off page, and every off page task that we do, you guys can see, all I'm doing is pasting those 2 little tokens in and I'm clicking outsource. That's all I'm doing. And then all those tasks are going to get done by themselves, okay? Right? Gary said, this is really, really good. And somebody else said, I had no idea it was so expensive. Been wasting so much time doing this myself. Right? That I'm with you, right? So much.